Hi guys, it's Violet. I wanted to come on here and answer a really wonderful yet difficult to answer question that I received. And the question was, how do I go about working from home with a baby? So I feel this 1,000%. I am a week and a half into my daughter's remote school for second grade, and I have my 2 year old, and I'm working from home and my husband's working from home. So there's a lot going on, and it's one of the biggest challenges I faced as a mom. Obviously, I feel incredibly lucky to be home, and the fact that we're healthy is really all that matters right now. And but with a newborn, one thing I will say is that take advantage as much as you can of those pockets of sleep that your baby is giving you throughout the day. I mean, newborns, well, mine slept all day and then was up all night. So that was obviously challenging in a different way. But I think it's sometimes hard to get stuff done when they're sleeping because you're constantly like, should I sleep? Should I clean? Should I, watch them sleep? Are they going to wake up any minute? So I think as much as you can sort of like jump right in to whatever task is at hand when they are sleeping and take, full advantage of that 30 minutes, an hour, even 2 hours, you're going to be able to check stuff off your list. Obviously, it's unpredictable in the beginning. And I'm a big believer in the fact that, newborns, for me, it didn't make sense to have my newborns on a schedule. I wanted to sort of let them create their own rhythm and guide them, but sort of let them sleep. And I was breastfeeding, so sleep and nurse sort of on demand. That makes it very hard to plan things and to work. And with my daughter, for example, I was on maternity leave from my job at InStyle, but I was working full time with my business, which I had created. So there was no breaks. And it was really difficult. With my son, I had learned that that was kind of a disaster to have her not on a schedule for a prolonged period of time. So with him at 7 months, I did sleep train. And that's a really personal decision. It's a whole other conversation, and it's not for everybody, but it did work out well for us. And I have a highlight on my Instagram if it's helpful for anybody to take a look, and it goes through step by step of what I did. I worked with an amazing woman called the Baby Coach. She's incredible. So Susie Giordano. So if that helps at all, but what I will say is creating a schedule, and I worked on nighttime sleep first and then naps secondary to that. But naps are kind of everything in terms of being able to work from home. So knowing when they're going to sleep. With my son, who's now 2, obviously I'm not dealing with multiple naps a day. He does 1 2 hour nap, which obviously is helpful, but it doesn't give me enough time to do the amount of work that I need to do. So I will say that kind of setting up as much activity space as I can for him, like safe activity space. For example, he loves art, so I'll put crayons and paper. Granted, the crayons end up on the wall, and that's incredibly frustrating, but he will sit there for 20 30 minutes, so I get that pocket. And any activity you can kind of set up blocks. He loves magnetiles. He'll build for long periods of time. Um, I can put him in the high chair, give him some food, and kind of take advantage of that time and get some emails done. It's not easy. It's such an imperfect system. There's not enough support for moms right now. There hasn't been, in the past, but especially now. So just realize you're in an almost impossible situation, but there are little sort of tips and tricks that you can kind of work around to carve out as much personal time for work and yourself as possible. And then of course, sadly it does come down to doing that work after bedtime, which is exhausting, but sometimes helpful just to have some quiet time, the only quiet time you'll have, other than those naps. So be gentle on yourself. You're doing the impossible, and reach out for support if that's at all possible for you, because I think it's necessary to take it where you can. I know it's very hard right now with the pandemic to have the support that you need, but if that's possible, make sure to ask for help.